Well, back where I was babysitting last night, where I shot the trains in the snow footage. It's not snowing anymore. It's about 10:30 Thursday morning. It was Wednesday night when I was out here looking down towards the east at Monolith. Doesn't appear really to be a whole lot more snow here this morning than there was last night when I left. I don't even know if there's as much snow, but still pretty cold. It's about 30 degrees, breezy. And one of the things I wanted to say is that, and there's the high-wide detectors in the daytime. That's what they look like. Hot box detector, cold wheel detector. But I wanted to add that the actual Tehachapi summit is down there about 1.5 miles, I guess, where the freeway crosses the tracks. And 4,044 feet. And we've lost probably 100 feet of elevation here, so we head that way towards Mojave, which is where I'm going to be going today and do some work. And then they've told me that they want us to come out here and babysit this again tonight. I guess they're predicting more snow, so I'll be out here again tonight till about 10 o'clock. Working in a winter wonderland. Well, I am at Sop Road, about, what is this, 8 miles south of Mojave. It was snowing so hard just a minute ago you couldn't even see those hills in the background there, but doesn't always snow in Mojave. It does sometimes. Getting it on. I need to get these tests done, get back to Tehachapi. It's funny, back in when I used to work out here, this is just a barren old crossing. Man, this thing's busy. And now that I've said that, no cars are going to come by. But anyway, it's pretty today, snowing. It's not very cold. It's about 32 degrees, no wind. And something I forgot to mention this morning when I was in Tehachapi is Highway 58 was closed in both directions between Bakersfield and Tehachapi. And I went up the back road to the Arvin Cutoff and talked to CHP, and they let me on the freeway, and they told me there were a couple of wrecks between Keene and Tehachapi. So I got off on Woodford-Tehachapi Road and went up the back way. A lot of snow on the road, but nothing dangerous. And it's kind of neat. I miss working in weather. Working in the valley, you rarely ever see any weather. It's just always, even when it's not hot, it's usually still sunny. And about the only weather we ever get's fog and a little rain occasionally. But anyway, I'll have to finish doing this crossing and head back up to Tehachapi. See if there's something else going on up there worth talking about. When I was up here the other day shooting the train from the top going around the loop, I was talking about how they went into the tunnel and how they did this cut around the edge of the tunnel when they double tracked this, and just wanted to get a shot of that. There's Tunnel 10. That is the east portal or the south portal of Tunnel 10, and that's the original main line going on up there. And then they dug all this out and just made this cut rather than punching another tunnel or daylighting Tunnel 10. They just did it this way. Make that on up around that curve there. You can see the intermediate signals. That's about where they were before. That one just went yellow. And then, it's kind of hard to see over there. That little cut over there, right in the middle of the frame, is where the south or the north end or the west end, however you want to remember it, of Marcel used to be. That's gone now. Since this is double track, it just goes all the way up to the other end of Marcel. But anyway, I just wanted to get a shot of that for everyone in the snow. And he'll be poking his nose around the curve here in a second. Looks like an empty train. It must be really long as he's pulling hard up the hill. Not going very fast. Wow. It almost sounds like he's gonna stall. Oh, that's not good. Only got 2 of the locomotives look like they're running. Struggling. This is one of the steeper parts of the mountain. It's all over 2.5%, but it gets up around 3% from here up the cable. Yeah, those 2 units are definitely not helping him out. Crossing, looks like he's gaining a little speed. Over there's Highway 58, open again. The grapevine must still be closed. When I left Mojave, it was just packed. Highway 14 was just packed, and everybody getting on 58 to come around. But anyway, just a bunch of flat cars. Well, I am here in Tehachapi at the Green Street crossing, which is in the middle of the Tehachapi crossover. The historic Tehachapi Depot, which was lovingly restored after it was burnt to the ground. I think it was in about 2004, 2005. I can't even remember now, by idiots with fireworks, but it doesn't matter. It would have cost them a fortune to fix the old depot up, so they got to just start from the ground up with this one. And we have coming here a Union Pacific who is northbound, and down there coming up the hill looks like a BNSF. Too bad they weren't a little closer. It'd been cool to see a meet right here, but said before, the maximum speed limit on the mountain, up or down, is 23 miles an hour. And they have to be going that when they drop off the mountain. They pass the signal down there at the Tehachapi crossover. That's when they have to be going 23 miles an hour at that point. Headed down to the next station down the road, or control pointed away is the cable crossover. There's the BNSF going on the other track. Still pretty cold, still about 30 degrees. Not freezing. I guess technically it's freezing, but it doesn't feel that bad unless you've got your hands exposed like I do. But anyway, see the container train going that way. Weather's still foul. It hasn't been snowing in a while. It hasn't snowed up here. I was down at the loop earlier. You saw. Snowing pretty heavily down there, but it hasn't snowed in Tehachapi since I came back up here shortly after that. Cool little shot. Tehachapi is my hometown. I was actually born in Bakersfield, but I grew up in Tehachapi. Lived up here until I was in my mid-30s. I moved to Bakersfield at that point. But it is still nice to come up here, see the weather. BNSF trains all by us. Down. Shiver. All right, there he goes. Move on somewhere else before it gets dark. Well, after I was up here earlier today and did my little intro and then shot the video of the train going around the loop in the snow, when I looked at that video, the audio quality was, something was wrong with it, so I couldn't use it. So I came back down here towards the end of the day. Still, it's not snowing anymore here. It's not snowing anywhere. I'm not going to get to catch a train coming up. There aren't any that close. So I'll catch a train coming down. But the lighting is really cool right now. According to the CAD screen, this train coming down the hill is on the approach right now to Waylong. Highway 58 over there. Oh, here he comes. I can hear him. Same train I saw earlier. He's probably going to think I'm some train fan. Oh, he's coming out of the tunnel. That's cool. Coming out of Tunnel 10. Actually, a much better backdrop. Earlier today, it was the clouds had the entire mountains covered. You couldn't see anything except the train. But you can see now the snow-covered hills back there. Black Mountain on the west side of Tehachapi. Bear Mountain there. cool little cloud layer in the valley over there. That is, of course, looking west, down towards Bakersfield. There are a lot of myths about the Tehachapi Loop. I don't know a lot, but there are a few. Got the boy, then watch some boy take his donkey up the top of that hill or something. That's not true. There were no boys around here with donkeys when this was built. It was just William Hood was the engineer that built this, not the engineer of a train, but there you see there it is crossing under itself. But anyway, William Hood said it was just made the most sense. How to gain that elevation, their only other option was to build a trestle across the canyon and go up the other side of the canyon, kind of where the freeway is now. But that would have entailed a lot of other trestles, a lot more work. It was easier to do it this way. There's the tail end of the train, drone pusher unit. And going down the hill, they use them for extra dynamic braking. But anyway, shot of the train going down the hill around the loop with what snow's left. I thought about waiting until tomorrow to do this, but the snow might be gone by the time I got up here. But anyway, there is the loop in the snow. Well, that'll bring to a close the Stormwatch 2019. It's actually still spitting snow and it's cold. It's about 34 degrees right now. And I was going to do this outside, but it's still snowing, like snow flurries, and it's really windy, so you probably wouldn't be able to hear me if I was outside. And I've been outside doing tests this morning and I'm cold enough. But anyway, thanks for coming along on the Stormwatch 2019 adventure. I hope everybody enjoyed it as usual. If you have any ideas, things you'd like to see, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.